Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail as very appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Yeah, I'd like to arrange for an escort, please. To where? How about Orgasmville?
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
What's love, Dr. Doolittle?
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, well, if the word copacetic means I'm going to rip off your tongue and lick your ass with it, then yeah, we're copacetic. Welcome to Plotty Time. So let's just get into it. We had a great episode last week where we talked about what we did during the break, which happened 3 months ago.
Yeah, someone
months
cares
ago?
more about the work than they do Plotty Time.
That's for sure. Losers.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, you feel like talking shit, so how about you talk about what you've been playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you, Dr. Syintist?
Well, let me first start off by telling you my adventure in trying to get a PS5 again.
Oh,
Ooh.
please.
So I got another email where I was like, hey, you're in our thing. You can, you've registered. You can sign in tomorrow between 12 and 5 and try and get one.
Easy, right? They gave you a time limit. I'm sure they'll have enough to take care of all those people.
Oh, yeah. So at 11:45, I signed in. I woke up early. I signed in, and it said, okay, you can wait in line. I was like, shit, I didn't know I could start before 12 o'clock. So and they're like, you'll be allowed in soon. So I waited about an hour.
I love that. It's all random, I heard. Like when you sign in, it's not
could be.
first come, first serve. It's just like you get a random number when you wait.
But
Jeez.
so I got in there, and I got to the page, and I was scrolling down, and it said like, oh, PS5, the disc version, $5.99 or whatever it is. I was like, I don't want that. I want the digital-only version. So I scrolled down to the digital-only version, sold out. So I scrolled up to get the disc version. I clicked on it, sold out.
Oh, Jesus.
So you didn't get a cover for it?
No, they did. You could pre-order some of the covers. That was still available.
Good.
Oh, that's so good.
I think like some of the covers are out and some are not out yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who cares?
Maybe
They're
next
covers.
time. I'm getting closer.
Yeah, you'll get it.
I actually saw the price on one this time.
Whoa.
That's a step up. I mean, it's only been what? When did it come out? November?
A year and a half?
A year and a half? Yeah, year and a half.
Man, it's been that long.
No, I don't feel like I've played it that long.
It really doesn't.
So then I watched TV.
Oh, anything good?
Well, I finally finished Game of Thrones Season 4.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
yeah?
you started
Okay.
Yeah. Poppascotch has been done for weeks after he started months after me.
Yeah, that's true. I did. We did run through it pretty hard though. So
Yeah, it's... The thing about people dying all the time is characters you hate die. But
yeah, the only person I might have enjoyed or liked or rooted for. There's only 2 people, and I don't know. Game of Thrones spoilers. Well, no, I guess I won't spoil it for you then. Fine. But there's only 2 people in the show where I don't actively root against, and they made it the whole way through.
Well, yeah. I mean, I already know kind of most of the stuff that happens from memes and stuff, but the only people I really like, I mean, Arya's okay. Daenerys is all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got news for you.
And Peter Dinklage. I can't remember his character's name. Tyrion. Something like that.
Yeah.
But I also did like Pablo Pascal's character, Oberlin. But
Did you get
spoiler, he dies.
Did you get to the bloody wedding or whatever?
Oh, yeah, that was halfway through season 3, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about this.
I thought it was like the end of season 2, but I could be incorrect. The Red Wedding, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? Everyone talked about it and how big of a deal it was and how crazy it was, and then I watched the scene.
Yeah, it didn't
and we
seem-
got through like 3 other episodes. I'm like, wait, was that the Red Wedding everyone talked about? on the internet?
Yeah, it seemed like not that big of a deal.
Yeah, just like a normal happening.
Yeah. I mean, the show has had people die all the time, so it's kind of... And they weren't like... I mean, they were important characters, but they weren't like...
Yeah, like it was a big narrative moment, sure. But the way people talked about it, I thought it'd be like an episode-long epic of murder throughout this entire wedding castle, or it was going to be like a huge massacre
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a fucking clown show for an hour, and it was like 6 minutes of screen time where everybody died.
Then I watched a couple of movies. I finally saw Censor.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was pretty good.
Right?
I liked it.
Pretty
It
wild.
was weird.
Yeah. Oh, those crazy 80s, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Different time, man. Different time.
But yeah, I'd recommend people watch it. But
You know, a lot of people back in the 80s, quote unquote, ran away. Oh, they just ran away from home.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how
It's
it
like,
works.
dude, the kid's fucking 12. What do you mean? But they're dead. It's sad.
Yes.
Anyway,
Then I watched a movie called Code 8.
Code 8?
Yeah. It's set in this world where people have superpowers, but they're supposed to register with the government, and you have to get like permits to use your powers. And
All right.
this guy,
I don't know if I've heard of this one.
this guy has like superpowers, and he gets like, and he's trying to. His mom's sick, so he's trying to get money. So he gets involved with other superpowered guys to break into banks and stuff. And
Oh, so he's illegally using his superpowers
Yeah.
illegally.
yeah,
Interesting.
Like Jumper.
are they superpowers?
Remember Jumper?
Yeah, it's better than Jumper. I think Jumper's pretty decent.
what the fuck? The
I just like
hell's
the Jumper superpower.
Yeah, so do I.
That's pretty awesome.
You've seen it. Has Samuel L.
I was
Jackson,
thinking
I think.
Looper when you said jump. I was like, what? There's no
Oh,
superpowers in that.
That's a very different movie, yes. Jumper is the one with Hayden Christensen where he can like look at a picture and then transport himself there.
Is Samuel L. Jackson
yes,
the bad
yes.
guy in that? Like, not the bad guy, but
Yeah.
one of the guys hunting him down.
Yeah, I guess like he was using these jumper powers and then he got noticed by a bunch of other people who have the same power and they're like, yo, you gotta register with us. And he's like, fuck you, bro. And then
Jumps.
they all jump away.
I've never
through
seen that
God
one.
knows where.
It's pretty hard. It's all right. But speaking of Samuel L. Jackson, I also watched The Other Guys again.
That's a classic. man.
That's always a great pick.
Yeah, dude, when him and The Rock jump off that roof is aim for the bushes.
Yeah, like what were they trying to do? The bushes were so far away and they were not gonna support them. They were not gonna break anybody's fall.
That's what makes it so good.
Yeah.
Jump off like a 6-story building or something wild like that.
20 stories.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, the other guys use a zip line to get down, and then they cut it. And like, just aim for the bushes.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah. That's always good. If you need a good laugh, that's... But I played a game called RFL.
RFL?
ARAFELL.
Oh, okay.
Close. It was it's like a old school pixelated kind of RPG game. It was pretty fun.
Okay.
Decent story. It's
Like you have a party and you fight
Yeah.
monsters like Final Fantasy
yeah,
style.
you're on these like floating continents, and apparently there used to be elves, but they're all turned to stone now, and then vampires attack. It was all right.
That sounds neat.
Okay.
But that was pretty much all I did this week. What about you, Poppascotch? What'd you play, watch, whatever?
I was really hoping you played Tiny Tina. Didn't that come out?
I think it just came out.
I was going to wait until it was... All the Borderlands games get to be like $15 within 6 months.
Yeah, I don't hear much hype about it, so I'm hoping it just price drops.
And plus, I have 50 other games on my PlayStation to play right now.
I saw that the reviews were like split. Like all the reviews that were negative were saying how it wasn't like D&D fantasy enough.
Well, no shit, it's Borderlands.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I said too. I'm like, yeah, it's Borderlands. Like it might thematically be that, but it's not going to be a fucking turn-based RPG. It's Borderlands.
Yeah, it's funny.
And then everyone else who loves Borderlands is like, yeah, it's Borderlands. It's great. It's great Borderlands.
Yeah. So did you play it?
No, I didn't.
No.
I think I'll do. I was very much in the same camp as you, Dr. Syintist. Like, wait till it gets to at least like 30 and maybe give it a shot. I have so many games installed that I want to play, but the game I was playing, Horizon Forbidden West,
Oh, he's still playing it.
I beat the main story.
Nice.
Was it good? As good as the first
Now
one?
I'm going through and doing the story missions or the side missions I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I only have like 3 trophies left to get, and they don't look too terrible. So I might, hopefully this week I could finish that up.
Nice.
The game isn't finished when you get all the trophies.
I don't
baby.
understand what you said. I don't get that.
I know all those words, but they don't make sense together.
I maxed out the level. I got a bunch of good weapons and armor I want. I haven't maxed those out, but my thought process was, well, DLC is going to come out. Like, why don't I just roll that into when that comes out months down the road and have more fun with it?
Yeah, it's smart. I like that.
Because, I mean, I could keep playing it and upgrade my stuff, or I could just do that naturally when the DLC comes out. So, comes out. That's right. That's what I said.
That's what he said. I heard it.
Oh, Christ. And then that's all I really played. I'm looking forward to playing either, I think I might do Alan Wake next.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might do, I've had this game installed, and I'm a little bit embarrassed, but I want to see what it's all about Friday the 13th.
Out of all the games you played, that's one of the least embarrassing ones you should.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's no fucking one of the 31 platinums I got in January.
Always bragging.
Like I can't remember. Like Gravity Duck, that was a good one.
Gravity Duck.
Jack and Jill DX. I still have to finish Inksplosion. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I played. What did I watch? And I won't go too into it if you've watched this, Dr. Scientist. Not Dr. Scientist or Dr. Scientist, but Chump Slap. A movie came out that was very much Chump Slap. Have you seen Studio 666?
No.
I've seen the previews for it.
Really?
Dude, it slaps. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Damn, I'm going to have to look into it.
It wasn't perfect by any means, but it's very aware of itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be the first to say it. Dave Grohl can act. Like, he's not bad at acting.
All right.
The rest of the band,
Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that was a bummer.
I guess.
I guess.
Well, as much as
a bummer as it could be.
Yeah. So then, Studio 666. I'd suggest it was way more gory than I thought it was gonna be. It's awesome.
I like that.
It was fun. It was a fun. Dude, it's
A movie called
wild.
Studio 666, and you're not expecting like the most gory you've ever seen.
Well, I mean, it could be like way too much gore, you know?
Is there such a thing?
No.
all the stuff I saw for the promos was like the Foo Fighters doing wacky Scooby-Doo shit. So when I saw some of the effects that they did, which looked very practical, I think.
Oh, damn. That's awesome.
Dude, it's fun. It's like the gore alone is worth watching. And it's like, it's a horror comedy. Check it out if you haven't.
All right.
And for those of you out there, if you watch the trailer and you're like, that seems cool, you'll probably like it. And I also watched the Dr. Scientist movie. Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Oh,
I was going to say, it's got to be a Marvel thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It could have been some random sci-fi movie from way back when.
That's true.
Time travel.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was good. But I thought it was very strange how, they open up this multiverse situation and it's all Peter Parker's enemies and like a couple other Peter Parkers, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like there were many randos that also got through.
Well, how many guys did you want them to put in the movie?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm
just
just saying.
random
It seemed like
Well, they were coming through near the end.
it made sense because it involved Peter Parker that there were more Peter Parker. Like, I'm not arguing that at all. But it like picked and choose the villains that it brought back, which there were a lot of them, and it was really cool to see them. But why, if they picked Peter?
Well, I mean, they didn't really pick and choose. They just took all the other villains from the movie.
That's true. I thought it was good.
You wanted
There were
them to
some
make
plot
up
holes,
more
but-
guys.
No, it's just the logic of the universe I'm trying to understand. Like, why is it only Peter Parkers that came back and like Spider-Man universe type villains?
Because that was the
Because it's only Spider-Man.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know.
but-
Whatever.
You didn't even see it, did you?
Because it's a Spider-Man movie. What the fuck?
And I didn't quite understand the stinger either with Tom Hardy in it.
The Stinger?
Yeah, the 5 minute
Yeah,
thing,
like the
2
post-credit
minute.
sequence.
Oh, did you watch Venom? Let
I
There Be
didn't
Carnage?
watch the second one. I saw the first one.
Oh, the second one. One of the post-credit scenes goes right into that.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, when the world changes.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how they explain it in that movie?
Yeah.
Kind of. All right, cool.
I meant to watch that, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. But I'll reserve my questions till after I watch.
I mean, that's just the
Venom
post-credit
with the
sequence. I mean, it's not that.
Yeah.
But did you hear too? Archive 81 got canceled. There's not
Yeah,
going to be
I
a
saw
second
that.
season.
Oh, so there it is. Is it worth
That's a
it as
bummer.
a whole right now to watch it?
Yeah, it was still good.
I think it was still good. It had a great vibe, and it left me. While I may not have loved it as much as I loved other shows, it left me really optimistic for the second season. I'm like, ooh, where are they going to go with this?
Oh, so now it's just
Yeah.
nothing.
Now,
now
it's
it's
like
over.
flash forward.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's it for that. But also, I watched, I think, one of Dr. Scientist's favorite movies that ever existed, The Butterfly Effect.
Oh, he
Oh,
loves
that's
it.
one of my favorite movies. Have I ever said anything about it?
But you like the cooch.
Yeah, you're a
Like
big
the
Coocher
Cooch.
fan. Dude, I remember watching that movie like 4 times when it came out and never since. And then we watched it again, and
It doesn't hold up.
It's not that bad.
it's not that bad. And I'm not going that direction where I'm saying it doesn't hold up. It just really, really felt like a product of its time.
Yeah, I could
like
see
of
that.
those early aughts. Like it really was stylized for the early aughts. And I'm like, this movie feels old. And I'm like, fuck, I was in college when it came out.
It is old.
It is old. Oh, and I sent you guys that blurb about the Who Shot Mr. Burns was released closer to the moon landing than today.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
good
that was
times.
depressing.
I remember fucking Butterfinger had a tie-in thing with it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
All the Butterfinger
Butterfly
ads?
effect?
No, with
Oh.
the Who Shot Mr. Burns.
That'd be.
The Butterfinger effect.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hungry. I got to get a Butterfinger, right, Bart Simpson?
I kind of remember like that cliffhanger, and then nobody knew, and there was all kinds
Yeah.
of things about it.
Dude, I remember. I mean, I was a little kid, but I remember hearing that like Vegas was running odds on Who Shot Mr. Burns.
Oh, yeah, I believe it.
Crazy. So, I also watched another Ghost Hunt Gone Wrong movie.
Hmm?
Did you guys see? I don't know how to pronounce the first word. Gojian Haunted Asylum.
No.
Spell it?
Gonjian.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds
You got close, I guess.
right. Yeah.
It's a Korean film. Ghost Hunt Gone Wrong, and it turns out the gimmick to this was like everyone's wearing the cameras. It's like a found footage thing.
No, they've never done that before.
I know. Well, the gimmick, the thing that's supposed to make this stand out, is that half of the crew was fucking with the other half
Oh.
and like trying to scare them, and like all the stuff was staged. And then at one point they're like, "Yo, seriously, we were screwing around with you the first time. After that, we didn't do any of this. We need to get the fuck out of here."
Oh, nice. And it turns out the first half of the crew was fucking with the second half of the crew.
But it was good. If you like Ghost Hunt's Gone Wrong, check it
Yeah.
out.
Sometimes they're good.
Yeah. Not bad.
Last thing I watched, I enjoyed, and I'm way behind here because this came out I think last summer. But the Fear Street movies.
Oh, yeah. I only
Uh,
watched the first one.
They're all right.
Did you see all of them, Chump Slap?
Yeah.
I saw the first one, the 94 one,
Mm.
and I saw the second one, 78.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it feels like well, it is an R.L. Stein book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
think it was an R.L. Stein book, but it was more like adult.
Yeah, it feels teen. Maybe young adult.
It does feel very young adult, but there are also so many murders, like
Yeah.
so many gruesome murders in it. I'm like, wow, okay.
That's fair.
But I enjoyed the first two. I'm gonna watch the third one probably for next week.
Mm.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, as far
It didn't like blow me away, but I
Yeah.
enjoyed the time I spent with it. It
yeah,
wasn't-
exactly.
Wasn't a waste of time.
It's worth a watch.
That's what you're in the mood for. Check it out.
Yeah.
Witchy bullshit.
Mhm.
But that's all I got. How about you there, Sir Chump Slap? What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
I'm still playing Elden Ring.
Oh, yeah, you beat it yet?
No, man.
How many hours you put in, Ish?
I don't want to talk about it.
It's over
It's
100
all-
and less than 2.
Yeah. It's over
Attaboy.
160.
Over 160? You're a freak, man.
Dude, it's what I do with most of my fucking free time.
Most? That's a job now.
Yeah, I know, but then I have to watch a movie here and there to talk about.
That's
I gotta
true. He
take
does
breaks
have
from
to
my
watch a
8
movie.
hours of playing video games to...
Well, yeah, it's just addicting, man. I don't know. You just turn it on, and 3 hours later, you're like, oh my God.
Man, if I would have got that PlayStation 5, I would have bought it.
It's so good. It's just so much to fucking explore. And you guys know me. I just explore the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
And I'm still probably missing shit. It's ridiculous. But yeah, just playing that. I watched a couple things. Caught up on Attack on Titan.
Is that over now, or is it still going?
I think there's 2 episodes left this. It's supposed to be last season, but I don't see how
Is it
they're
the
gonna-
first half of the last season?
No, it's the second
Oh.
part of the last season. I don't know if it's the second half.
Oh. There could
Oh,
be-
you're thinking there might be like a part 3 or something?
Yeah, because like the last 4 episodes, it was like all build up, and you're like, oh, come on, man. You're not going to just end it all in 2 episodes.
Gotcha.
But we'll see what happens. Who the hell knows? Still a good show, though. I watched this little movie called Mirrors with Kiefer Sutherland.
I can't believe I've never heard of
Oh,
it.
God. I remember that one
I watched it before, but I don't know if I ever talked about it.
What's it about?
from
Besides
like
mirrors?
05?
Yeah, maybe. Kiefer Sutherland's a security guard in this old burnt down department store, and there's these mirrors in there, and they like have a life of their own, kind of like you look into it and then your reflection isn't you, it's like another thing in the
So it's
mirror,
like a Twilight Zone episode.
kind of. But then it's trying to get this. It like gives the people who work there a name and like bring this person here. And then all these people die, and it goes after Kiefer's family. So he goes, figures it out.
I'm on a first name basis with Kiefer.
Big K is what we call him.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really good. I mean, it's just like a mystery of the mirrors, and then you find out
Mystery of the Mirrors is a good name for a movie.
has to do with like
Ooh,
a psych,
I like it.
psych ward that was on that site before, but I don't know. But it was fun.
I remember seeing it when it came out because it was directed by the same guy who did the Hills Have Eyes remake.
Oh, really?
And I loved that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember liking it. But then again, that was almost 15 years ago. Maybe I should give it another shot.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, it's all right. The ending is the only thing that made me like, okay, this is okay. It's pretty good now.
Okay.
I mean, if it ended, well, it doesn't end on a happy note, is what I'm trying to say. Or else it would suck.
That's pretty much Chump Slap's ethos right there.
Yeah. If the movie ends and
Too much heart.
and people are fucked at the end, you're like, yes. Like that Countdown movie, you know?
If over 50% of the people are happy at the end of this movie, it's bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. And then I only watched one other thing. No, I watched two. I watched Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
So good.
Sure.
It's okay. I don't know. There's a lot of heart in it, you know?
Yeah, but it's farty heart.
Yeah, it is.
It is farty heart. That's a good point.
I love when
Hashtag farty heart.
I love when he gets his sense of smell back. It's just so good.
There are really good scenes in there, especially the weed scene. Like, well, you know, it has to make sex worse, right? Actually, it makes it way better.
I don't want a hangover. There's no hangover.
Every retort he has.
It's so good.
Tim Meadows is a great character in that.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when they're like, the whole band's yelling at him. He's like, everyone just keeps saying shit, and everything Tim Meadows says is, and you never paid for drugs.
I forgot about that. I'll have to check it out. It's been a while.
Yeah. I mean, it still had funny parts in it, but when I watched this, I believe it's new 2022 called The Cursed. It's about this, well, they call them gypsies. I don't know if that's politically correct anymore, but
No.
they're gypsies, and they're run off their land by like rich people, and then they curse the land with this like silver set of fangs, and it turns into like a werewolf type creature that terrorizes the village. And yeah, it's fun. It's a good time.
What was that called?
The Cursed.
Is it new or old?
It's pretty new. I think it's 2022.
Okay.
And yeah, but it turns like people into werewolves, and then it starts spreading through the town. And this guy comes and he's like, "Same thing happened in my town. I killed my wife and kids, and I'm trying to help out." But yeah, it takes place in like the 1800s or something like that. It's pretty good. Give it a go.
I was just thinking how I don't know if there's any, and I kind of saw this with Fear Street, like 1666, like horror movies that take place between like before 1800 or whatever. I don't know if there's many that I actually liked.
When the witch take place?
That's a good question. And Hansel and Gretel was really good.
Yeah.
The one with what's his name? The guy who plays Hawkeye?
Jeremy Renner?
Yes.
No, not that Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, that one's good.
I was talking about the one that came out a year or two ago with the girl from
Gretel and
It?
Hansel.
Oh yeah, it's called Gretel and Hansel, I think.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's oldie.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, this takes place in 1800s. I like period piece horror movies like that.
Okay.
There's just
It
not
takes
enough.
The Witch, by the way, takes place in 1630s New England.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, right around the same time. Interesting.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, you're done. You want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. If we're done talking about this, let's move into video game news / stuff.
What's news got to do, little Dr. Doolittle?
Perfect. So I have a couple news things, couple rumors, but the first news that's going to kick off is we've officially got word that a new Ghostbusters game is coming.
Ooh, I heard.
Wow.
It's called Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. It's a 4 versus 1 multiplayer shooter, so like Back 4 Blood, Left 4 Dead style.
I don't like that.
And it's made by the people who did Friday the 13th and Predator Hunting Grounds. So that being said, some people are a little worried.
Yeah. Well, you haven't played Friday the 13th yet.
Yeah, it
but
could be good.
I'd like to hear about it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that next because it's not a long You know what I mean? Like, I just put, like, 100 hours in the Horizon. Like, I need something,
Yeah, I hear
like,
you.
quick. Something I could do in, like, 10 hours.
Yeah, my
Get it out
second
the door.
playthrough is going to take... Phew.
Of Elden Ring.
Yeah,
You'll know where to go.
exactly. Have all the good stuff anyway.
Second playthrough on those games is always quicker.
And then you're going to play a game that is completely done in, like, 60 hours. You're going to be like, damn, that was barely any time at all.
Yeah, I know, right?
Are you guys... I mean, I want to see it do good. I really liked the last one that came out. I played the remaster for PS4, and it was great.
Yeah, but the last one was like a movie itself. This one sounds like it's just...
It's supposed to be, like, the unofficial sequel to
Yeah.
2. And I liked it, but this one, I mean, maybe it'll be good. I want to be hopeful.
Yeah, we'll see. But then again, if you need fucking 3 friends, I'm out.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm very well aware that any game I buy will not be played with friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because we don't even have the same schedule.
Well, I do play Elden Ring with a couple friends, but
Loser. What I noticed too is that as I'm getting older, like we get these groups of friends together. We play games together for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then we're done and never talk to each other anymore.
yeah,
It's just, I don't know. Maybe I just suck and they don't call me to like play again. You know, maybe.
You sign on, you see all your friends. Wait a minute.
I just remember we were playing Star Wars. We did that a couple times, and I missed a few dates, and then I guess the group moved on to Back 4 Blood. And then by the time I got up to speed, and I was like, "All right, guys, I'm ready." Like no one responded to me, so I guess they moved on to something else.
Yeah,
Or don't like me. Or they already had their 4. I was like the odd man out.
yeah, that would have been weird.
So other news: GTA Online is creating a subscription-based service called GTA Plus.
Get
Yay.
fucked.
So apparently GTA Online is still going to be out there, still going to be free. GTA Plus is going to be only for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. The difference is if you pay the subscription fee, you're going to get $500K in cash per month for your character. Not in real life. That'd be insane.
Oh, that'd be great. It only costs $600K.
Costs $600K. You get $500K back. There's special vehicles updates you'll get, cosmetic updates, discounts on stuff, RP bonus, which is like XP bonuses. That's what they call it, RP.
Yeah, so it's like seasons for Call of Duty or something.
Yeah, and like shark cards, which if they're doing this as a way to kind of separate the online game and then have the standalone as something completely different, I'm okay with it because I then it gives me an option. I don't have to pay for this.
Yeah, I won't play online.
And if you're still playing this game 9 years later online,
Yeah, good for you.
yeah,
But
good job.
what are you doing?
Yeah, move on already.
You don't put new shit in it, do they?
So you guys know it was re-released. I did end up buying it for $10. I don't feel great about it, but I did.
Nice.
Well, the thing that got me, the thing that struck me, besides my love and kind of my want to play through the game again, apparently the online is completely different now. Like when you start to play, you pick like a profile. Like, do you want to be a mogul? Do you want to be a street racer? Do you want to be whatever? And then that determines, like, I guess what houses, cars, stuff you play the game as. So I'm like, maybe I'll check it out. I mean, I technically got it for $10, so
Yeah.
it seems interesting. Because when I was playing multiplayer, it was like brand new. Like it was when the
Yeah,
game
it was just
got
like
stable.
races and shit, right?
It was like races or team deathmatch
Yeah.
or random map, and that was it.
hmm
Like everyone had 2 properties to choose from. So I don't know. Maybe I might poke in just to see what's different. Because you can migrate your character over. So
Yeah, fuck it.
take my level 19 badass, bring him on in. But now also for rumors, we got some rumors coming out.
Ooh.
I don't remember if you guys care about this, but I deeply do. That Skate 4, the new version of Skate, is supposedly well into its QA phase and could be revealed very shortly.
I never played Skate.
Yeah, that's a Poppascotch game.
Dude, I fucking loved Skate 2 and Skate 3. They were so much fun.
I didn't even know there was a third one.
Oh yeah, there was this mode where you basically were downhill racing, but you would hit like pipes and then have to do like a 90 instead of a 90-degree hard turn, you hit like a pipe. And you were going so insanely fast and running into people that you'd fly up like 100 feet into the air. It's something ridiculous. I mean, it wasn't real physics. It was for fun, but it was fucking awesome. There's also the mode where you guys might remember or seen videos where your goal is to launch off something and hit things on the way down and break as many bones as you can.
I love that part of games. Yeah.
Yeah. Other games have done it too, obviously, but Skate, oh my God, it was so fun. You'd be like, ooh, I wonder if I could hit that corporate statue, and then it's like a globe with holes in it, and you hit it, and you break your arm, and it bends back, and you fall down, you hit it. It's awesome. It's so awesome.
All right.
Skate 4 could be coming soon. I know it was announced. They said they were working on it because it's an EA property now.
Oh, yeah.
And the third one hasn't come out since the PlayStation 3 days. So people are excited.
Yeah.
There's also another rumor. Well, see, that's a rumor. The Skate rumor is a rumor it could be revealed soon, but we all know that they're working on it.
Yeah.
So the rumor is that there's a reveal coming. This one, complete and total speculation.
Oh, my favorite kind of speculation.
So we all know the company Remedy, the people who made Control, Alan Wake.
Mm-hmm.
They are supposedly working on a Doctor Strange game.
Interesting.
I really expected Syintist to care more about that news.
He doesn't give a shit about shit.
Okay. It's interesting that Dr. Syintist, you love the movies, but when the games come out, you're like, meh.
Spider-Man was good, but the best Marvel games that have been out in the last 20 years.
Marvel vs. Capcom, I know.
The Lego ones.
It's a good one.
Marvel vs. Capcom was out longer than 20 years ago.
Shut up.
But I think it'd be really cool. I mean, we already saw the cool stuff that they did with Control and flying around and powers and such.
I guess Guardians was good too, but
yeah, people say it was good. I mean, didn't it win for like best narrative or some shit?
Yeah, maybe I'll get it one of these days.
Yeah.
I have it, hard copy. Maybe I'll play that next.
Maybe. Well, we'll never know.
Coward. I mean, maybe I could do that in Friday the 13th. I could probably knock those out pretty quick. I'll check it out. Whatever. All right. Anyway, that's all I got for video game news / stuff. How about we get to the game? How does that sound?
Let's fucking do it. That's what the people came here for.
Absolutely. They didn't here to talk. Let's talk about bullshit for 30 minutes.
I don't even know what we talked about already.
That always cracks me up when people respond on iTunes or YouTube or whatever. They're like, too chatty, or like, they didn't even get to the game till a half hour. It's like, yeah, man. It's the fucking podcast. What do you want me to say?
Yeah. Gotta do something other than the game.
If you go onto YouTube, like and subscribe there, it really helps us out. But there are timestamps where you can skip all of our chatty bullshit, where we just talk about the game.
I hope you put the timestamp for starting the game right now.
I just did. Like that. So if someone clicks on that, all they're going to hear is, I just did. Meta jokes are fun. So this game we're talking about this week, it's an action, adventure, first-person shooter where we ask the question, is this game as good as I remember? It's not. It's not. So we're talking about Killzone 2.
Ooh. I don't remember anything from the first one.
I listened to it.
I didn't either. I had to go look it up. We gave Killzone 1 a score of 7. And that debuted almost 3 years ago.
I believe it was the first one we gave stars to.
Oh, that's a good question.
When I listened to it, it sounded like it.
Well, we sounded like that for the first couple.
Maybe.
That is a good point. Oh, no, you're right. It was the first game we graded.
Oh, wow. Started off with such a banger.
Oh, now I'm looking at it and it's remembering. This is the first game we graded, March 28th, 2019, almost over 3 years ago now. We did this. It was the first one we graded and gave stars to. The next week after that was our most popular downloaded episode, Sly Cooper, where we forgot to put grades in. So our first 6 we didn't grade, our 7th we did, our 8th we didn't, and then from there on we gave it grades. But that's a fun piece of Plotty time trivia. We gave it a 7, and hopefully this game we can beat. It was not Killzone was great. It was released February 27th, 2009. The #1 song in the country.
2009.
I don't think you're gonna get it, so I'll throw a little hint at you.
Happy.
No, Happy was way later. But this one is done by a rapper who's named after a state.
Idaho.
Flo Rida.
It's Flo Rida. Do you know which song?
In the Club. No, not In the Club.
Was
It's
it
oh man, what's the name of that song?
It is a song that's very heavily sampled.
I know.
Oh god, I don't know shit about.
I could sing it in my head. I just can't get it. What is it?
You spin me right round, baby, right round. It's Right Round by Flo Rida. That's not the whole song, Chump Slap. I see you looking very confused.
I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, I was thinking of the other one by
he didn't
Flo Rida.
originally do that song. He sampled it heavily, changed it quite a bit. I believe it was in The Hangover they did it. But anyway, number one movie, and you guys are not going to get this, but it is by a prominent director who, how do I say this, who makes films that are often the butt of the joke that aren't for us.
Important for us.
That are not for us.
Oh, I was thinking of M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, like
No.
Sleepless in Seattle and stuff.
No, this guy has
got
a very
mail.
specific audience. His name is Tyler Perry.
Oh, Medea's Homecoming.
Medea's St. Patty's Day Explosion.
Both fantastic films, but not the one we're talking about. We're talking about Medea Goes to Jail.
Oh.
Oh,
I remember that coming out now.
he just makes movies like fucking Ernest.
Yeah.
He does.
Just puts a Medea.
It's like the Medea character. It's like when Eddie Murphy made, what was it, The Clumps? Is that what the one was?
That's not Medea, though, is it?
No, that's not Medea.
I was thinking
Different
of
thing.
Low, by the way. The Flo Rida song. Get low, low, low.
That wasn't it.
This day in history, San Francisco, 1890, if I could paint you guys a picture.
Ooh.
There was a boxing match between D. Needham and
And a
P.
horse.
Kerrigan that went to round 100.
Wow.
Took 6 hours and 39 minutes and ended in a draw.
Fuck that.
Punching people for 6 hours? You know how tired you'd be?
I could imagine what fucking round 15 looked like, let alone 85.
Well, they were probably in shape.
But still.
Still, 3-minute rounds for 100 of them.
Well, back in 1890, they used to stop for steak dinners in between rounds and smoke a
Steak dinners and
cigar.
cigarettes, yeah.
Let me go
Glass
find a
of butter.
lady of the night. I will be back.
Jesus. It was released for PlayStation 2,
Oh, shit,
developed
yeah,
by
game.
Guerrilla Games, published by Sony Corporation Entertainment. It is a sci-fi space travel first-person shooter, action-adventure, whatever. And since I guess I picked it, I guess I'll just go right into it.
Yeah, do it up.
Maybe talk a little bit about Killzone 1 so people... You can go back and listen to it. You can go
did.
back to listen to
It's very
one
good.
of our rough first episodes.
Oh, we are... man, I wish I would have written down what we talked about.
We nailed it. Trust me. Well, don't trust me. Go listen to it.
Yeah, there you go. Don't trust them. Go listen to it yourselves. Come back and call Chump Slap a dirty liar on the subreddit, which you can also check out on the official Plottytime subreddit. So, Killzone 1. This is the gist. This is all that matters. There's a war going on between the Helghast and the International Strategic Alliance, the ISA.
Interplanetary.
Oh yeah, why do I have international? Good point.
Yeah.
So basically, the Helghast are a warrior planet. They invaded a planet called Vetka, which is in the ISA, and then the ISA wins the fight. Eventually, you're on the ISA. You push them back. And this game takes place 2 years later.
Yeah.
If you want more detail, go listen to it. I dare you. So we've got the same bad guys as the first game. The Helghast. For some reason, they're all British. And they have a Darth Vader breathing apparatus thing.
That they don't really seem to need.
Because their planet was covered in dust or something, right?
Yeah.
And now we get to the first plot hole. Because, I mean, the soldiers, the regular Helghast you run into, are always wearing this thing. They always sound like British cartoony, like Dr. Vader type.
Mm-hmm.
And
Vader?
Dr. Vader, Darth Vader.
I knew what he was saying. I did.
the Darth Vader, whatever, the breathing and not the breathing, but the sound modulation. So why is it that they need to wear that all the time and have their eyes glow up, which is a bad strategical thing?
We talked about this
But-
exactly in the last episode.
It makes sense, but why, like, all these soldiers from the ISA go and invade Helgen, why do they not need any kind of breathing thing? Like, they're fine
Yeah.
walking around.
They're just normal. I don't know. Because they've come from different planets. That's the only thing you're going to
Are we
get.
sure they do?
No, because you see them without their mask on, they breathe fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really, we don't really know the origins of the Helghast. Just they're from another planet, they're humans, and they like war. That's it. They're bad, I guess? That's all we know?
I don't know. Maybe. Whatever. Let's get into it.
So we're back with Colonel Templar and Sev from the first game, and I believe Rico eventually comes back too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Rico, I believe he was from the first game.
He is.
Okay. So we start with Colonel Templar and Sev on this massive, like, multi-ship launch pad thing, which I don't know how they survived that.
What?
'Cause they were like outside when
Yeah.
rockets were going on 20 feet away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like launched on fucking radio flyers.
Yeah. Like they would have melted so hard. It doesn't matter. Either way, the invasion of Helgen, which was alluded to in the previous game at the end, is on. They're taking the fight to the Helghast on Helgen.
Yes, I read that they were going to grab their leader, Visari, for war crimes. That's what
Yeah.
the
Because
mission was for.
they attacked Vector or whatever from the first game.
Yes.
For seemingly no reason,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Mhm.
So we gear up and they start this like modern day, like floating ship D-Day type sequence.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys remember this, but do you remember the E3 trailer from like 07 that had this in it, this sequence?
Of course I do.
Well, I do. All right. It was one of the things that made me buy a PS3, but if you look at it now, it looks like something that would come out for PS5 or 6.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know how they fooled people thinking this was the trailer.
Yeah.
But it was cool as shit. And it was still cool, the sequence in the game, but it was nothing like the trailer. Come on. So this whole game, your whole mission is to get Visari. That's really it. And I think it must take place within like a day or two, right? Like it's not long.
No, it's gotta yeah.
Yeah, it's like you drop to the beach and then you infiltrate the city.
Yeah. And it's you start by blowing up a bridge, making your way to Visari Square. You do like standard FPS shit. You assist a convoy, you drive a tank and fuck shit up just in general.
Some
And then-
turrets.
Yeah, get some turrets, get to like whatever small objective, and then you fly to another area. You blow up these things that are like arc reactor situations, which reminded me of the Tesla coils from Command and Conquer. You remember that shit?
No, I've never played Command and Conquer.
Damn, I'm striking out today. Damn. Okay, noted. So they're basically like these big things that shoot electricity that take down. They're like anti-aircraft guns.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, so the classic, I mean, we've seen this a billion times, take out the AA guns so your ship can land. And you and one of your mates, Garza, you get attacked by this thing, which will come back. It's called the ATAC. It's a drone that has a bunch of guns on it.
Yeah, flies around.
And I don't know why their whole army isn't these things, because
Yeah.
they seem pretty goddamn awesome.
Yeah, right? The first time you see it, you just fucking run away from it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, fuck, and you run. Like, there's no, like, oh, we can easily take this down. You're like, nope. And there's like 5 of you, and you run. And then eventually you have to go meet up with Alpha Squad and your boy Rico. So you run away from the attack, you keep fighting some more small battles, and then you end up securing Visari Square.
But you forgot that you grabbed some of the destroyed Arc Tower so they can research it and find out what's it all
What's
about.
his
That's
name
true.
did? Garza.
Garza, yeah.
I forgot to mention you took it, but in the next section it says that Narval sent a piece of the shrapnel back to HQ. Because he doesn't know what it's made of. He's like, this looks weird. Army Intel or whoever will like to take a look at this. So your next mission is to secure the palace. And when you and your boys, you start this invasion, you get hit real hard. You get split from the convoy.
Sure do. You get mortared pretty fucking hard, man.
It's just like another reason to separate you and basically make it you or your little squad mates so you're not part of a bigger unit type situation.
Yeah, so they don't have to render as many
Yeah.
people on the screen.
Exactly.
Well, we're talking about the story here.
Yeah, yes.
Right. So I did like this little moment. They had a voiceover between 2 Helghast soldiers that were just like talking and chilling. They didn't know you were there. And they said something like, oh, yeah, they both got shot by the commander. Can you believe that shit? He's like, oh, really? Well, what'd they do? And he was like, uniform violations.
Oh, shows you how badass this place is.
That's who we're dealing with. These are who these Helghasts are. They'll shoot their own soldiers if they didn't fucking press their shirt well enough.
Hey, you got to have a standard.
True.
I also don't know if you guys saw this moment, but in the video I watched, which I believe was the Gamers Little Playground, shout out to Gamers Little Playground, by the way. There's like your fellow soldiers can go down, and they can like ask you to revive them.
Yeah.
So in the video I watched, this soldier was like down, like, please help me. And he was right next to this thing. So you put an explosive on it and you blow him up and kill the fucking soldier. Like, he didn't even bother trying to revive him. He's like, okay, you're good here. Bam.
Nice.
So you keep fighting through the area. And I guess this guy's the second in command, or he's the head of the academy. I forget. But Radic is talking to you.
Yeah, I think he's like the general.
He's the general of the bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not the
But
leader.
who's Vasari? Okay, so he's like a step down.
The leader, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Radic is telling everyone the defense system is initialized, and you and your soldiers are like, what the fuck is he talking about? And you move on, but this comes back later. That's why I mentioned it, because I'm good at storytelling.
You fucking nailing it.
One of your fellow soldiers, Evelyn, who I guess works military intelligence?
Yeah,
I
she's a
think
scientist.
Yeah.
Scientist. Okay. So she tells you about the metal sample that you got, and it's very strange. And you mentioned, well, they said something about a defense system being initialized. So she's like, well, look, this is powered by fucking power. Go destroy the substation. And they won't have power to run this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you continue onwards towards the academy, the War Academy, I think it's called.
Yeah,
One of their
you
big,
you split from your crew again. You're like, we're gonna go check out this academy, see what's up going in there.
Yeah, we're in the middle of an invasion, but we might as well do that.
Yeah, we got time.
I don't know. I think it was one of those like those trophy things they wanted to take over, you know?
Yeah, of course, like Fort Knox or something, right?
Yeah.
Like Yale University.
It's like a moral victory thing. It's like you wanted the like World War II, the Russians went in and took Berlin.
Right.
But it was more like we could have nuked it. But they're like, no, fuck that. We're walking through their streets and hanging our flag on their buildings.
Poppascotch on pro nuke team. I never got that.
I saw his bumper stickers. Nuke the whales.
Nuke the whales.
I do have several nuke the whales. You got to nuke something, right?
Exactly.
We're Earth things. Let's blow up Earth things.
Was it the Simpsons quote? Celebrate your country by blowing up a small portion of it.
Yep.
Oh, Christ. So after you blow up the gate, you see this like lightning thing coming out of the ground. It actually is the same shit from the Arc Tower that you blew up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Arc Tower out of nowhere.
You look at it underneath the ground, and I don't know how to explain this, but it looks like electric lava.
Sure.
Yeah. Plasma.
I guess it's the metal, but it kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Like some kind of electricity hellscape, whatever. So you keep securing the academy. You do it. You have a solo fight with the ATAC on the roof again.
Yeah, this
And,
time you take it out.
Whoa.
This time you take it out. And one of the soldiers also notes, like, man, look at this building. It's so much nicer than the rest of the town. And like, yeah, these guys might be corrupt, right? Or they say like something like priorities, right?
That's one thing that kind of bothered me about this. Like they're attacking this. This is like the main place for this.
For the Hellgast?
For the Hellgast. And they don't have like a pretty landscape, nice little capital.
Just
Isn't every capital in the world like super architectural and pretty?
Yeah, it's more like hard edges, gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's all about the palace, really, though.
Yeah, but the palace is even kind of like meh.
Well, they're just
Maybe they have different priorities.
Yeah, they're a different type of people.
Yeah.
They just want to take over other places.
Like, we don't need any fancy fucking lettering. We're murderers, damn it.
Yeah.
We don't need a
Making
town
this
park.
building efficient.
We don't need no columns.
So then anyway, so you secure the academy, you join up with the convoy. Now, while you're moving with the convoy, some kind of like crazy Tesla coil comes out of the ground and just it kills so many soldiers.
Oh, yeah. it
Blows
does.
up the entire convoy.
Yeah, like a lot of them. Not most. I don't know. I have no concept of how many soldiers are on the ground at this point, but a lot of them.
Yeah. It was a good, like, 50% at least.
Yeah.
I think they said 2 battalions or something
That's a lot of
crazy
people.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know. I think a company is like, no, a division's like 140 people. It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how this reality counts their people, so.
Yeah.
That's true. It could be different. We're supposed to get it's a shitload of people.
Yes.
Radic and Vasari, they survey the damage. They're thrilled about this. This was their defense system that they kept talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So Templar says, hey, we can't really have that happen again, so how about you take out whatever the fuck that thing was? They put it together that it's through some facility like on the outskirts of the city.
Yeah, that's what's powering it.
Yeah, you got to track down the source.
So you go through the facility, you fight it, you set up communications between the ship and the site, and then within the site, Evelyn and Garza get captured.
Oh no.
So Rico, being the hothead that he is, he does something pretty not great.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Before that, you're right, I'm getting ahead of myself.
They are.
Garza and Evelyn are captured. They're taken away on a train. You and Rico jump on the train to follow it. So you have a train level. You have a level on a train. This is a pretty standard.
Oh, yeah. You got to
thing.
secure the train.
Happens all the time. So you fight through the train. You get the civilian or whoever. I guess they were a civilian who was driving the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Hellgat's like, oh, fucking civilians. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the guy doing the train's like, I'm not a soldier. Don't fucking kill me. Jesus Christ. I'll stop
I need
it.
to
Whatever.
stop this train now.
Like, I need to stop this or we're going to be in a bad spot.
Yeah.
But he's definitely, like, you could tell this guy was definitely not, like, a soldier, badass, murdering type. He's like, holy fuck, I got to stop it or we're all going to die.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
your normal everyday Halligan.
Yep, just a normal dude.
Just trying to make a good living, you know?
Yeah. Conductors make bank, man.
Yeah. Engineers.
So after getting the civilian to finally stop the train, you find Garza and Evelyn and another guy by the name of Neko, who I didn't realize that Garza and Neko were two different people.
Really?
So Radic is asking him about the codes. He shoots some other unnamed guy we don't know, kills him right in front of you. And then Rico's like, we could take him, we have enough. And you're like, no, not yet. He's like, fuck it. And he Leroy Jenkins is this shit.
Yeah.
Sure does, and he gets
I even
Garza shot.
I wrote in my notes, Rico goes Leroy Jenkins.
Nice.
Fucking Garza gets shot, dude.
I'm pretty sure Rico shoots him.
Garza gets hit.
Well, he's just
Yeah.
fucking... He's like, what are you pissed at me about, man?
I saved your life.
I didn't notice if it was Rico or not, but he definitely got hit.
Yeah.
And then from there, Evelyn got through it unscathed. Radic gets away, and you have to do your standard FPS, clear the pickup zone.
Yeah.
And right before the transport comes, Garza succumbs to his injuries.
Man, and they really played up the music for this when he died.
They sure did.
Yeah, I almost felt something.
You almost had a feeling?
Almost.
I even wrote in my notes, supposed to feel something here.
Yeah, they make it really sad when he
Yeah.
looks at the coffin and shit.
From a character you just met this game about an hour ago.
You sure Garza was in the first one?
I'm pretty sure. Templar
don't
wasn't, so
remember.
was Rico.
Yeah.
I don't know if Garza was.
Well, and Sev, because you play as Sev.
Yeah.
I thought he played as Templar in the first one.
I don't think so. He's there.
No,
And,
maybe.
you know what?
Well, it
Doesn't matter.
matter.
It does not matter.
Yeah, go listen and tell us.
I listened and I didn't know. So.
So you get back on the ship. Sev feels bad about Garza dying, and then all of a sudden you're on the ship. There's no communication at all from the bridge anymore, and then you find out you're being boarded by the Hellgat.
Oh,
Hellgast.
no.
So you're being boarded. Your team has to buy the ship some time. So you have your turret sequence on a gun. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And the ship gets fucked up. Templar orders everyone to abandon ship and continue fighting on the ground. And then this really weird moment where Sev checks in the bridge via a camera, and then we get to see everything going on in the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's Colonel to Colonel.
So Radic is on board. Templar and Radic start talking on the bridge. Radic wants the nuclear codes. And then in order to get him, he just shoots Evelyn. So she's fucking dead.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Scientist dead.
Saddest part in the game.
You felt something for
Scientist
that,
got it?
didn't you?
Yeah.
So Templar fights him. They get in a scuffle. He gets shot. He goes down. Radic starts downloading the codes. And then Rico, Sev, and Nako abandon the ship.
I love how we could just download the
Yeah.
codes.
It's such piss poor, like,
Yeah.
Security?
encryption and security. Yeah. It's
Because Templar says something.
He's like, I don't have you need more than one person with the codes. And then,
Like he
I'll
says
shoot
something
Evelyn.
so the scientist will delete the codes.
Yeah. Siri, delete the codes.
Yeah, something like that. And then before they're deleted, fucking Radic's like, oh, I'll just
Siri,
shoot
stop
you.
deleting the codes.
Okay, Radic. So dumb.
And then in his last dying moments, Templar shuts down the thrusters. The ship goes crashing into the surface of the planet, and it destroys the entire power grid.
It's perfect.
Fuck yeah. That reminded me of like the Prometheus ending where they crash the ship into the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So he
but
can't
this,
get out?
this seems like he doesn't really.
Oh, yeah, this is a
aim.
lot worse.
He doesn't really aim either. He kind of just like, it shuts off and it's like
He
conveniently
tries
right
to.
there.
I think he was trying to go for like the middle of the grid.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he was trying to hit the power grid, And he ended up doing it and wiping it out. But
Yeah.
I don't know how Radek got out of there before this thing crashed.
I don't know, because he can disappear. So maybe he can jump her.
It's got to take a little bit of time for it to fall out of the sky.
Yeah.
It was just in the movie. It just happened so fast.
Yeah,
I don't know how
yeah.
he had enough time, but I guess it was possible because he gets out, and then you guys get to the surface. Your next orders are to secure the crash site of the ship, the New Sun, which is the ship you were just on, your ship that crashed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you steal some mech warriors from some asshole ISA soldiers.
Yeah, they're just there.
Yeah.
And the one guy's
Not
like,
affected
"Oh
by the
man,
crash.
we got abandoned by leadership. This is all over. We're all gonna die." And Rico decides to kick that guy's ass.
Yeah. Talk shit, get hit. Rico style.
Rico's a
Rico
piece
style.
of shit if you don't
Oh,
remember.
yeah, I know.
He's not great. He reminds me of any character from Gears of War.
What the fuck's a Shakespeare is one of his lines from the first one.
I like him again.
So the soldiers continue on. They make it to Narvel on the outskirts of the city. And he says that the new objective is to meet up with the soldiers in the city and take the palace, finally.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
So finally, they're like, all right, let's regroup. Let's get this thing. And all of a sudden, boom, baby, the nuke goes off.
Yeah, and they're there, and they, like, the shockwave goes through them. Like, they're standing there, and it just goes, whoa.
They're on the outskirts of the city. The city gets nuked, and they're like, oh, geez, that was big, eh?
Yeah.
They're Canadian, in my mind.
Yeah. They're like, oh, no, what do we do now?
And they're like, what? They also are like, Visari kind of nuked his own city here, but I mean, that's kind of jumping to a conclusion, isn't it?
I would think
Yeah,
so,
how do
right?
they know he didn't fuck up and, like, the nukes went off and
Or
killed
how
him?
do they know that someone else didn't just like, all right, we have a nuke. We were told to blow up a nuke if something went down.
Yeah.
Either way, Visari's city is fucking nuked.
Yeah.
Like, everybody who was in it's gone. So, basically, where they're at right now is the city's dead. City's gone. So there's no palace to take. So...
No, the palace is still there.
Yeah, the palace is still standing, I thought.
Is it still there? I thought the palace was in the... Oh, yeah, they do go to the palace, I guess.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's
So,
like literally next thing.
Yeah, the next thing they do is go to the palace.
well, the thought process is their order is to stay there. And the Helghast are coming with way more soldiers, so they figure they're just going to die. So Rico goes, you know what? If we're just going to either die here or die going after Visari, I'm going after Visari.
Yeah.
And Nako says, yeah, there's so many soldiers coming. Why not? Fuck it. Let's go get them.
Yep.
And then Seb says, you know what? Let's do it. So they all go ahead towards the palace, which is somehow still standing, to go get Visari.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nuke-proof palace.
Is that what it is? Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
It checks out. So they blow up those more arc reactors, whatever the defense things. You
got to blow the reactors, man.
Yep.
you have to fight Radek now, which I still put in my notes. I don't know how he got out, but he did.
Oh, yeah, and you have to fight multiple ATACs.
Yeah.
Multiple attacks. Radek, his own like personal guard. Finally, you get to the cutscene, and he's laying there bleeding, and you're like, I got you. And he goes, well, fuck you, and then shoots himself in the head like a hero.
Yep. And then you open the
So-
door behind him, and, like, all his men are dead.
And then you get into the chambers, you find Scholar Visari, which I think is voiced by Brian Cox,
Oh, I don't know.
I'll believe you.
the actor.
Oh, that Brian Cox. Of course it's the actor.
He was the one. He's the police chief in Super Troopers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, look, I know we don't like each other. I like you. What a movie. So he is insulted because Seb is just a first sergeant. He's like, really? They sent a first sergeant for me? Losers. You guys ain't shit anyway.
You're right. It is Brian Cox.
Mm-hmm.
So then they decide that they're going to die before they leave it. And he mentions that if you kill him, then the Helgen will like totally fall apart. He's like, our whole society will fail. They have no idea what they're doing without my guidance. Everyone, your masters will be begging the Helgen like me to get them back in order after I'm gone. Once I'm captured, and then Rico says, fuck this, and shoots him.
I have in my notes here, why did Rico wait? He seems like the kind of guy who would have just shot him in the beginning.
I have in my notes, Rico sucker shoots him.
Sucker shoots him.
punch.
That's a good one.
He does.
Sucker
you're right.
shoots. And then Seb's like, oh, super great. He walks outside. He sees a shitload of Helghast ships just leaving the planet, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So he sits on the steps.
He should have lit up a cigarette right there.
Game's over.
He's like, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
It's like, I thought we took out most of them, and there's whole shitloads of them.
Yeah, I mean, with that nuke and everything, so many soldiers died.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a very successful invasion.
No. And they didn't even get a triumph for his war crimes.
Yeah.
Because Rico's a fucking dick.
Yeah, Seb was all like, no.
Yeah, but Rico was Rico the whole time. You kind of had to expect that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was shocked he didn't shoot him right in the beginning.
I mean, I get where Rico's coming from, but Seb was like very much like, no, you're going to trial. Like, you're going to be in front of like...
But the thing is, you got to realistically arrest him and then get him out of there.
But who is the higher ranking? Rico?
No, it was Seb, I believe.
Because Rico gives Sev orders a lot. And Sev gives orders too, but...
Maybe they're both first sergeants? I
I
don't know.
don't know.
That
It's
seems
weird. Very
kinda
weird
dumb to put two of them
relationship.
together. Yeah. Well, I mean, one person has to be in charge.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. I don't know. I thought it was Sev, but...
Yeah, but Rico's always like, you go over there with him. I don't know.
That's it. That's the game. We did it. We finished. We're done.
Yeah, we did.
We're better people.
Mhm.
We're talking about the sequel to Killzone. So let's go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, Final Thoughts.
What'd you think?
Let's start with you, Dr. Syintist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got this.
Okay, good. I didn't have anything.
So, would you buy a PS3 for this game?
I have a PS3.
You're not listening.
Not the question.
Did you like the story or did you love it? And
Was it a great story? Or the greatest story?
out of 27 stars, what are you going to give this thing?
I would not buy a PlayStation 3 to play this.
Fair.
I probably would never play it.
Understood.
The story worked for me. I mean, it's as far as first-person shooter stories go, it's not bad. I mean, it's not fantastic. But I mean, it's just the story of these guys a couple years later invading this, and
Yeah, one little city.
yeah,
It
it's
seemed
not
like a short-ass game.
Yeah, I saw it got really great reviews, but all the ones that were negative mentioned that the weakest part of it was the narrative.
well. The reviews you looked at probably took everything into play. Gameplay was probably fun, but
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure there were collectibles and stuff that made
Yeah,
it a little longer, but...
I doubt that. But I mean, it was all right. Like, I like to end it on a kind of a downer note. Like, oh, well, we did all this for nothing.
Yep.
Kind of. I mean, they set it up for a third one, I guess, if there needs to be. I don't know if there is or was.
Yeah, there has to be.
I don't need to know.
Well, we'll do it next time.
Next week's episode, Killzone 3. But, I mean, we've had worse ones. It wasn't that bad. I mean, some character you're supposed to care about dies, so that's something.
Yeah.
But I think the worst part was them storming the palace with 3 guys at the end and fighting off generals and
Yeah. There were like men behind you too, but no, they didn't do anything.
yeah. It was okay. I'll just give it I'll be nice. 4 stars.
4 stars.
4 stars from Dr. Syintist.
More
If
than
I'm honest,
half of what they got. before.
higher than I thought you'd go.
Seriously.
It's just comparing to other first-person shooters. The story is better than most of them we've done. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
a million times better than the first one.
It's coherent.
Yeah, it's not full of idiocy,
Yeah.
unnecessary misogyny like the last game was.
Yeah, they didn't make like jokes or nothing. All right.
Yeah, it was more of a kind of storming Normandy Beach story.
Yeah. They tried to draw parallels to it and I didn't like it.
All right, well, if you didn't like that, why don't you tell us if you'd buy a PlayStation 3 to play it?
Mm-hmm.
If it was a great story or the greatest story ever told.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Better than the Bible.
And how many stars, 26 or 27, did you give it?
Well, thank you for asking. I will say I might play it. I wouldn't buy a PlayStation 3 to play it. I mean, I guess it was okay. The whole story is just founded that you're invading this city to capture the leader to put him on trial. That's how it all starts.
It seems like killing a lot of people just to capture one guy.
Yeah, where's SEAL Team 7 when you need them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it seemed like that was just the excuse to go kill the hell, like get revenge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was just
Yeah.
It was their,
why we're there.
it was
And
their
then
weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, and then it turns
Yeah,
out,
exactly.
oh, they have defenses? Let's blow that shit up.
Yeah.
Of course they have defenses. It's a fucking city. And you knew about this fucking Ark shit. It was in the first one, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Or was I thinking a different game? Whatever. Doesn't matter. So, all this to get one guy, which you don't get in the end. You just fucking sucker shoot him.
Hashtag sucker shoot.
I browned out.
Browned out.
And I didn't care about any of the people. Like, maybe you get to know them a little better in gameplay or whatever. Like, they talk and shit, but I don't know. I didn't care. So, but the story did work as a whole. And I did like the down ending. Like that, oh, fuck, we didn't do shit. This was pointless. So, all said, I'll also give it a 4.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I was thinking 5, but then I was like, yeah, nah, they didn't really care to tell you about personalities or nothing. So, fuck it. 4 it is.
Good point. 4 it is. That's what you're going with.
Yeah. And
Does
that's
anyone
right.
maybe want to see if I have any?
Nope, that's
I think
it.
we're
It
good.
got an 8.
Right.
Beat the first one. All right, Scotchy.
Hey.
Would you play this for... hold on. Would you play this FPS? Was the story pretty good or was it full of BS? And out of 27 stars, what does this finesse out of you?
Perfect. Nailed it.
I pulled a Scotchy.
Perfect. You did. You sure did. You fucked up the third one. Oh, boy. Okay. Does this movie thing make me want to play the game? No, it doesn't. It's head and shoulders above the first one for sure.
Yeah,
it's way
yeah.
better than the first one. There's just the plot holes, man. I don't know how Radek got off that ship. Maybe it's possible that he downloaded the codes and immediately ran away, but we didn't see any of that, or there wasn't even like a throwaway phrase like, well, it looks like Radek made it, his ship cleared, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was just I thought it was very heavily implied he died on that ship, and then he didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I just misread it. But then the other plot hole with the whole reason they wear the mask and the planet toxicity, which apparently doesn't matter anymore now that the soldiers are there.
Yeah, true.
So I didn't like those two things.
Or how easily he downloaded the codes.
Yeah, in like seconds. He's like, oh, this is the important guy. Here we go. Done and later. So there were those. The story was definitely more focused and better than the last one, but this isn't enough to make me want to play it. But did it work for me? Well, I did like the idea of this taking place over like one day. Like there was no messing around. There were no weird time jumps to different locations.
Yeah.
It was just get on the ground, focus on the next thing, keep cascading, reacting to what's happening. I kind of like that, and I think that really helped the gameplay. But for the story itself, it's really weird that you're involved in such these like massive war missions, events that are all happening on the same day, like close enough together where you can just fly to them. So that's a little silly.
Mm-hmm.
So I did like, though, not to completely just shit on the story, I liked the fact that, you know, you had these very important characters, like, I wouldn't call Garza very important, but you had Evelyn, you had Templar, and they're both fucking dead. Like, they got shot in the face during this war. Like, they're not coming back. So I always like a game that is willing to kill characters in its universe. Like, main characters in its universe, I should say.
Right.
But what score would I give it? I'm going to be a little bit more generous than you guys, and I'm going to give it a 6. I just thought that it was a clear game. It had a clear story. It had a vision. The twists and turns were a little ridiculous, like with Visari nuking the city. Rico shooting Visari, sucker shooting him, sorry. You know, we saw that coming a mile away. Like, that wasn't a surprise. It was supposed to be a surprise. It wasn't a surprise.
Right.
So there you go. That's my piece. I give it a 6.
All right. So a total of double the first Killzone.
Yeah, that gives us a total of 14.
That's why it's 2.
Yeah. Killzone 2 times 2.
Killzone 3, maybe we'll sneak in at 28. Who knows?
Maybe.
21.
By the way, there's a 3, there's a Vita game, and then there's also Killzone Shadow.
It's Killzone times 3.
So there's 3 more Killzone games.
Yep.
All
And
right.
actually, we skipped one. We skipped the PSP version.
Damn.
It's fine. No, we don't need to go back.
All right.
But with that being said, how about we move this along to our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist 90s album Lock OTW. Every week we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed amazing 90s album. He's never let us down. I don't think he's possible. It's possible. It's not possible.
Oh, it was the 90s.
It's the 90s success, not mine.
Yeah.
It's true. So this week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Well, this is an album probably neither one of you knew or even going to like. Well, you probably knew it. You didn't have it, though.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, I'll give you the hint right away. Whatever.
All right.
To this day, this album remains the highest-selling album by a female group in the United States. And it was the first album by a female group to reach diamond status. And even though it sold 11 million copies, making $75 million for the record company, the band only made $50,000 each.
Spice Girls.
Close, no.
Close.
I'm TLC Crazy Sexy Cool.
Oh, Poppascotch nails it.
Nice.
You're welcome. I don't remember. I didn't have that album, but I remember there were like 5 singles released on it that everyone to this day still knows.
Oh, yeah,
like
Waterfalls
was on
Creep,
that.
and yeah.
Creep, that's right.
I forgot.
Red Light
Scrubs?
Special.
Is no Scrubs on that? Or is that?
It might be.
Was that TLC?
Yeah, that was
I
TLC.
think that was definitely TLC.
Yo, it's funny because I just watched Other Guys too, and Michael Keaton keeps quoting TLC.
Yeah.
Don't go chasing
Yeah.
waterfalls. It's a TLC reference. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like that time you definitely said it. That's definitely the. Yeah, that was a good bit.
Oh, it was November 15th, 1994. That's it. I knew I had it in here somewhere.
All right. Yeah. Damn.
They had 19 tracks
stuff.
on this, which included Creep, which I definitely remember Creep coming out. I remember Waterfalls, No Scrubs, Red Light Special.
Mm-hmm.
I think those were the singles.
Those are all good singles.
Don't want no scrubs.
It's a good R&B album for the 90s. It was one of the best, obviously.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, it is classic.
I couldn't. When I was looking up thing on it, I was like, I can't believe they only made $50,000 each.
Well, that makes sense.
I think the thing was that they didn't write any of their own music. Like, it was all written by other people. And that's where the fucking money is in albums.
Yeah.
It is. It's the writing credit. That's who gets the lion's share of the money, if not the record studio.
Yeah.
So, like, fun fact, if I Was Your Girlfriend, track 11 on that, written by Prince.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Prince wrote a lot, though. I mean, he wrote Thing for Everybody.
Yeah, he wrote Scrubs.
Like, he used to just write songs and just be like, you know what? This would be an awesome TLC song. And he'd just give it to TLC and say, here. I don't know. I mean, he probably took a cut, but
Yeah.
he would just write songs for other artists.
It was also described as a ludicrously exploitative contract, so...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was. They just offered him a couple bucks, and they're like, yeah, fine.
It also goes on to point out that even though they only made $50,000, Left Eye still owed $1.3 million for burning down Andre Dawson's home.
Oh, yeah, true.
Andre Rison.
Andre Rison, yeah. Sorry, Andre Rison, yeah.
I remember that happening.
Awesome.
She burned down his goddamn mansion.
And
yeah.
And they also owed their label money for the studio, so they didn't even make $50,000.
Jesus Christ. Fucking scumbags, man.
They had to have signed a bad contract.
Well,
Yeah.
who knew the album would blow up like that? But
True.
that's it. Listen to Crazy Sexy Cool this week.
All right.
There you go. That's the 90s album Log of the Way, Crazy Sexy Cool. So with that, then, let's go into our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Who would win in a fight?
Ding, ding, ding.
Ring the bell, ring the bell.
What's fights? Dr. Doom.
Nice. Bring it back.
Every week, we ask Sir Chump Slap, a.k.a. Plotty times Left Eye, 3 different questions of who would win in a fight. We pick one from characters in the game we just talked about. We pick one from gaming history. We pick one from history. He's never let us down since. So, first one, this game, I wanted to pick something a little bit different, but I wanted it to be fair, and I'm thinking just straight up dukes out. Who would win the fight between Evelyn and Radek?
Fucking Radek, dude.
Radek did win.
Yeah, Radek. Well, he did shoot
Well, that's
her.
because he had a gun. I'm like, Knuckles out. He's an enfeebled old man. Like,
No,
or no, Visari's, I guess,
Vasari.
the old man.
Visari was the feeble old man, yeah.
But I think he still had some moves. No, Radek would definitely fucking.
He had some moves, but Evelyn showed herself very capable in the field.
I don't
Well, until
think
she
so.
got captured.
Yeah.
Murdered later.
I'm just going to go with tried and true. This fucking colonel is going to kick her ass. She's a measly scientist.
Okay, so no crazy bets, just you're going with the smart money. You're taking Braddock.
Yeah. I mean, she is a scientist.
Wow. Ouch. All right, well, this one from gaming, this is one I stole from a website. I don't remember what it is, but I thought it was a great pick. Who would win the fight between Juliet Starling, the main character from Lollipop Chainsaw,
Oh, obviously.
or Frank West from Dead Rising?
Juliet's got fucking superpowers and shit. Frank West was just a
Journalist.
journalist, dude, who figured out how to shoot guns in the first episode.
Then tie a chainsaw to an oar.
Yeah, she's got a
Yeah, but
chainsaw and she can do crazy shit with it.
That's true. That's a good point. They were both very efficient at killing the living dead, but turning them on each other, I think combos with chainsaws are a little bit more effective than swinging a TV around, right?
Plus, the zombies she fought were a little bit tougher than Frank West zombies.
Yeah, they were powerful. Plus, all she needs is a lollipop and she can power up.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Pretty
Much
crazy.
like Bayonetta.
Exactly.
That's weird how those are both do that. Yeah, it's got to
It's
be
not weird. It's a fetish for people.
Yeah, it's an oral thing.
It's not weird. It's a fetish.
We don't kink shame here.
You're right. We don't. My mistake. So you're going with Juliet. That's who you're taking?
I think that's hands down, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, another question for you. One from history. Now, I wanted to mix this up a little bit, so I didn't pick any historical figures. I picked 2 actors.
Oh.
I hope it's female, male, just like the other 2.
No, it's not. I should have thought about that. But I still think it's a good one. Who would win the fight between Macaulay Culkin and Michael Cera?
Macaulay Culkin. I think hands
Like
down.
present day Macaulay Culkin?
Let's go Party Monster, Macaulay Culkin.
And End of the World.
Yeah, Save the World or whatever. Oh, that one?
Yeah, that.
Oh, no, he was on
This
coke.
is the end?
Yeah,
Is that what
it's the end. That's
This is
that.
the end.
was like, I thought people fucking liked me, and he does that freak out in the yard. Man,
Who
I was
has
just
my
thinking about that
phone,
movie.
man? Well, if we go Macaulay Culkin, I mean, Good Son, fucking
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Macaulay Culkin, Good Son versus Michael Cera, Scott Pilgrim.
What's his
Michael
name?
Cera.
Sarah, thank you.
Sarah.
Oh, Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. Well, Scott Pilgrim would do it, but
No, I'm just fucking with it. What? Just right now, today, they walk outside.
I think
their doors
Macaulay
and they have to fight
Culkin
each
would take him. I don't know, something about Michael Cera. Just,
Yeah, did you see Macaulay Culkin, the newest American Horror Story?
is he buff?
No.
Like Carrot Top?
But neither is Michael Cera.
other. Like Carrot Top is what you just said.
When I think of
ripped like
buff,
Carrot
that's what I
Top?
think of.
Did you ever see pictures of him?
Oh, dude, he's ripped.
Yeah,
now.
I know. I think that's weird. That when you want to say your version of a ripped dude, you go right to Carrot Top.
Well, I went
Like you could have said The Rock or something.
I'm just saying, like, skinny guy turned fucking buff, I don't know, whatever.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'd have to go
Carrot
with
Top.
Macaulay Culkin, though.
It does seem like Macaulay Culkin would be a little bit more like
I think he's
like scrappy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
more
he's
wily.
been through the ringer.
Yeah.
Someone pitched on the Reddit I read it on. Someone pitched a movie where, it's Home Alone again, but Michael Cerna's invading
Sarah.
adult Macaulay Culkin's house. Michael Cera. Why do I keep saying Cerna?
I don't know. He's invading adult Macaulay Culkin's house.
I'd watch
Yeah,
it.
in a classic character luck situation.
I would definitely watch it.
Absolutely. Well, now that we both agreed that we would all watch that, and let's say someone had a treatment of that movie that they're going to give to us so we can make a lot of money off it, where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, you send that to plottytime@gmail.com. I'll read and respond because I'm good like that.
Absolutely. 100% guaranteed response rate, at least the first time. Never
Yeah.
let anybody down.
And, like, send some game recommendations because I'm running low on fans.
What do you mean? You've been playing Elden Ring for 160 hours.
Well, I mean for the show.
for the show.
yeah.
Oh, for the show, that's
you can't
right.
look him up. He's got to have someone tell him the games.
No, I liked it. I got like
His list is shorter than ours. But yeah, let's say they wanted to get to us faster on the socials with more fan art. Where would they send that to, Dr. Scientist?
At Plottytime on Instagram and Twitter, and stop by the subreddit and say hi. And
yeah.
Be a
Scientist-
part of the conversation.
Syintist answers at least.
Absolutely. One of us probably will. Get on there.
Yeah.
Talk to us. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear things we're doing great, things we're not doing great, because we are always trying to improve.
Yeah, tell us things we're doing great, and then tell us things we aren't doing great, so we can say fuck you.
Exactly. Also, go to YouTube. Like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Go to plottytime.com for merch. Buy some shit. That's really great, too. That does it for us, so get out there, play some video games, don't trust Dr. Scientist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.